Father, y'all had just about had enough of Pharaoh's mess. I think that was the last straw that broke the camel's back when he threatened to kill Moses and Aaron. That was it. That was it. Let's continue. He said, I'm going to read 8 again. And all thy servants shall come down unto me and bow down themselves unto me, saying, Get thee out, and all the people that follow thee. And after that I will go out. And he went out from Pharaoh in great anger. And the Lord said unto Moses, Pharaoh shall not hearken unto you, that my wonders may be multiplied in the land of Egypt. He said, Moses ain't gonna, Pharaoh ain't gonna wanna, he ain't gonna wanna listen to you. Until he do this thing in Egypt. And Moses and Aaron did all these wonders before Pharaoh, and the Lord hardened Pharaoh's heart, so that he would not let the children of Israel go out of the land. So he didn't want them to go. He still didn't want them to go. He did not want them to leave the land. Y'all know it was the Passover. This what that was called. It was called the Passover. I'm gonna read through it so that you will understand. I think a lot of y'all know about the Passover. It's when they smeared blood on the doorpost, that that the spirit of death would pass by their houses but hit all the Egyptian houses, because they wasn't warned about the lamb's blood on the doorpost. But let's read it anyway. I'm gonna read through it. I ain't gonna really too much explain until it's time, just to okay. And the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, saying, This month shall be unto thee the beginning of the month. So this is going to be the first month of the year. It shall be the first month of the year to you. Speak ye unto the congregation of Israel, saying, In the 10th day of this month they shall take to them every man a lamb according to the house of their fathers, a lamb for an house. So everybody had to cook a lamb, and if the household be too little for the lamb, let him and his neighbor next to him, so the two families will come together, according to the number of the souls, every man according to his eating shall make you your count for the lamb. So they didn't want to waste anything. So he was saying, if the family was too small to kill a whole lamb, but it's only two in the family, then that family needed to go next door with the other family, and they have the Passover together. He said, Your lamb shall be without blemish, a male. It have to be a male. It have to be without blemish, and it's of the first year. Ye shall take it out from the sheep and from the goats, and ye shall keep it until the 14th day of the same month. And the whole assembly of the congregation of Israel shall kill it, and in the evening. And they shall take of the blood and strike it on the two sides of the post, on the upper doorpost, and on the houses of the houses wherein they shall eat. And they shall eat the flesh that night. They shall eat the flesh in that night, roast with fire. So you got to cook this lamb on open fire, and you got to have unleavened bread, and with it bitter herbs. So they had to have bitter herbs, unleavened bread, and the lamb which was roasted by fire, and they had to eat it at night. It said, eat not of it raw. So they shouldn't. They had to cook it, and nor sodden. That means boiling it at all with water, but roast it with fire, like barbecue. His head with his legs, and with the prudence thereof, Oh, they saying keep it whole. And ye shall let nothing of it remain until the morning. Okay, so they have to eat it all. And that which remaineth of it until the morning ye shall burn with fire. So they couldn't eat it after the next day. And thus shall you eat it with your loins girded, and your shoes on your feet, and your staff in your hand, and ye shall eat it in haste. They had to eat it fast. It is the Lord's Passover. For I will pass through the land of Egypt at night. He said he gonna pass through at night and will smite all the firstborn of the land of Egypt, both man, beast, and against all the gods of Egypt. And this gods got a little G, so they're not really gods, God men of Egypt, and I will execute judgment. I am the Lord. Yeah, he was. And the blood shall be to you for a token upon the houses where ye are. And when I see the blood, this is Father Yah saying, when he see the blood on the Israelites' houses, on the outside of the doorpost, he said, I will pass over you. That's why it's called the Passover. I will pass over you, and the plague shall not be upon you to destroy you when I smite the land of Egypt. So when he was going to come down on these Egyptians, he was going to, they didn't get the warning. They didn't know to roast the lamb. They didn't know to make the unleavened bread. They didn't know to get the bitter herbs. They ain't had no bitter herbs anyway. Remember, they stuff got destroyed by the hail and by the locusts, and everything ate up their food. So they ain't had no food. They probably ain't even had no animals either, because remember, the animals was getting sick. I told you the whole land took a beating, so they couldn't even prepare themselves for this feast. No way. They didn't have the proper means to do so. They had lost everything through all the 10 plagues. The Pharaoh was being stupid. Now, I'm going to skip a lot of this, and I'm going to go down to verse 23. For the Lord shall pass through and smite the Egyptians, and when he seeth the blood upon the lintels and on the two sides of the post, the Lord will pass over the door and will not suffer the destroyer to come in unto the houses to smite you. So he's telling Israel that because you are obedient and you do what I tell you to do, this plague is just for the Egyptians. And he told them, and ye shall observe these things for an ordinance to thee and thy sons forever. So Father Yah was saying we need to keep the Passover forever, because this is the day that he brought us out of the land of Egypt. And it shall come to pass that when you become to the land which the Lord will give you, according as he hath promised, that ye shall keep this service. Yeah. And it shall come to pass when your children shall say unto you, what mean ye by this service? And that ye shall say, it is the sacrifice of the Lord's Passover, who passed over the houses of the children of Israel in Egypt when he smote the Egyptians and delivered our houses. And the people bowed their heads and worshipped. And the children of Israel went away and did as the Lord had commanded Moses and Aaron, and did they. So did they. And it came to pass that at midnight the Lord smote. And it came to pass that at midnight the Lord smote all the firstborn of the land of Egypt, from the firstborn to Pharaoh that sat on his throne, unto the firstborn of the captive, and that was in the dungeons, and the firstborn of the cattle. And Pharaoh rose up in the night, and he and all his servants and all the Egyptians, and there was great cry in Egypt, for there was not a house without that there was not someone dead. So when he hit it hard, and everybody, they got their, okay. Hey. Alrighty. I'm trying to skip over some of the verses so I can get to the part where Pharaoh threw their butt.